Hello there, my friend. It's your buddy Phil, project management trainer and coach. Today we got a question that surrounds the CCR handbook. Now, some of you may not know what CCR stands for. It stands for Continuing Certification Requirements. And this is a document from the PMI that is good information to know as someone getting into the world of the PMP. Because after you get certified, the PMI looks for PDUs from you every 3 years. They look for 60 of the PDUs. And the PDUs can be broken down into three sections, as we'll see here. The talent triangle, we have technical project management, leadership, and strategic business management. Strategic and business management. Now, when you take a look at this overall, it's also important for you to be aware of the different sections that you can get PDUs from. Okay, so taking a look here, we've got giving back as one of the ways you can get your PDUs. And then we also have education, which is the one that most people expect. So this question on one of the mock exams is actually about giving back. And giving back to the community or giving back to anyone in project management is looked at as you developing the community, as you giving back to the profession. That's the way it's phrased, giving back to the profession. So we're going to take a look here at the different categories. This one is education. If you scroll down to page 11, you get to giving back to the profession. And this is where that question is from. It says, work as a practitioner. That's one of the ways you can give back to the profession. The other one is creating content, creating new knowledge resources for use by practitioners and the public at large. The next one is giving a presentation. Giving a presentation, it said when you speak at a PMI chapter event, professional conference, and things like that. Sharing knowledge, which is what this question is centered on, is also part of giving back. And then volunteer work is also part of giving back. All right, so let's take a look at that question from our mock exam. It reads, a junior project manager at your company does not know how to perform earned value analysis. You spend a weekend with him to teach him how to do this. This is an example of what? And the answer to the question is contributing to the project management body of knowledge. It's like giving back to the community of project management. That's how it's phrased. So obviously B is not a good choice. And D, given access to proprietary information, earned value is not proprietary. So the last one that you kind of toggle back and forth with is unpaid overtime. But this may not be termed as overtime because it says a junior project manager at your company does not know how to perform earned value analysis. You spend a weekend with him to teach him how to do this. So looking at that, are you contributing to a project in your firm? Because you would have looked at that as overtime. In this case, it's not overtime because it's not directed at any particular project. It's directed at an individual who is young in the industry, who is unaware or undeveloped in a particular area in industry, and you're building that person up. So anytime you do coaching, mentoring, training, anything like that, you are actually contributing to the project management body of knowledge. You're contributing to the community, you're giving back. And that's the general idea of this one. Could be tricky to the untrained eye, but after you go through enough documentation from the PMI about PDUs, CCRs, and things like that, you tend to know more about this. This was also one of the staple questions that I experienced when I was going through my PMP exam journey. There'll always kind of be a question about giving back to the community. So this is really to sensitize you, to make you more aware of that. Will you get this exact question on the exam? Probably very unlikely. All right, thanks for sending it in and all the very best.